Hi, my name is Suse, and I'm the manager of Mexicali, Bliss in Newcastle. And one of the things we work with in staff, and as well as full group meetings, is that we do a chakra meditation together. And I can tell you right now that you don't have to participate, but if you watch, you're going to get the benefits just the same. So don't go away. Just stay here, stay focused, okay? Most important thing to start out in anything is to breathe. And take a nice, easy, deep breath. Take another deep breath. And so what I want to do is just start talking a little bit about the chakra systems. It's 7 spectrums of light, and it has been around eons. Actually, it's a Sanskrit word. Chakra is a Sanskrit word, which is the oldest language that we have. So it goes back many years. And there are different ways of perceiving the chakra system. This is the way that Suse does it. So first we're going to just start down at the very base of the spine. You can go to the back or the front, and to envision red, brilliant sphere, a circle, round red, just beautiful radiant red. And as you can get that image in place, just see it. It's going to be not on the physical body, but it's going to be on the subtle body, that which you can't see, but you know. So just envision that and keep it just gentle, rotating, and just keep it brilliant, keep it brilliant. If it helps to close your eyes, do that. So as you can imagine the red, just know I want you to say to yourself that you are safe, that you are always safe, that you are confident. I am always confident. Take a deep breath. Another deep breath. Very good. Now I want you to think and imagine orange, which is the next spectrum light in the chakras, and think of a round orange, brilliant orange color, which is in the sacrum, which is just above what we talked about in the base of the spine. So you can just have it just gently above the red ball, the sphere. And just see the orange rotating. It's beautiful, beautiful. Make it clear. Make it as crisp as a color orange as you can possibly go. If you can't imagine orange, imagine the orange fruit. Just put it there, okay? And just see that it's perfect. No blemishes, everything is perfect. In the orange chakra, it represents the beginning of how you think about yourself. It's how you feel about yourself. It's what you learn early on. First you learn to feel safety and secure within your family or your environment. And the next chakra, you begin to get the information about who you are. And how do you feel about experiences that you have, who you are and how you experience yourself. Let's take another deep breath. Another deep breath. So the next light on the chakra spectrum is yellow. Yellow, all you have to do is imagine the sun, and that is right in the solar plex. Brilliant, perfect yellow, just rotating in its beauty. And just see that and imagine that. And if you can't do that, simply pull the sun from the sky and put it right there in the Buddha belly. And relax it and see it. The yellow represents how you see the world and how you think the world sees you. And it's really a combination of the red and the orange chakra system coming up in a maturity, in sort of a mature way into the yellow chakra system. And it really begins to form a lot. Actually, it forms all of your expression at this time. And so much of your expression at this point of how you know yourself, how you see yourself, and how the world is reflecting to you. And that's the yellow chakra. Take a deep breath. Take another deep breath. And next on the spectrum color of light in the chakras is green, and that's right here in the heart. I want you to imagine the most brilliant, clear emerald green, or any kind of green that resonates for you, a plant green, the stone, emerald stone green, but any green that you can bring into your heart. And just see that as a circling sphere. And it's fine too to actually see the red and the orange and the yellow, but we're going to focus on the heart area. And the heart area is where it just completely opens to unconditional love and compassion. And it's an experience. It's not something that you know up here, which is compassion or experiencing unconditional love. It actually is an actual experience for you. It's something that you discover. It's something that you actually know within your heart. And you know that expression. You know it from your heart to be true. I know it from my heart. I should do this. That's exactly. It's opened up. It's the heart. Take a deep breath. Take another deep breath. The next color on the spectrum is blue, and it's in the throat area. And I want you to imagine perfect blue ball, a sphere just rotating in the throat area. It can be right here, it can be behind you, or it can be your entire neck area. And just get where you can actually see beautiful blue, just complete and perfect. And the blue represents your voice expression. It's what allows you to say what you think and feel. It's what allows you to make choices when a voice needs to be spoken. It's the place where you have the ability to share your infinite knowledge. It is the place where we also bring harm to ourselves because our other chakras are in contraction. But it is really just one of the most beautiful places to express voice, whether it's a whistle, whether it's a hum, whether it's song. But that is the place for human beings to just burst with joy there. Take a deep breath. Take another deep breath. So the next color on the spectrum for the chakra is indigo, and that's the third eye, which is represented right here. And I want you to envision the color indigo and see a sphere and make it perfect, make it brilliant, and just see it rotating gently and evenly. And keep it right here. It also can go right in the back, just directly through as well. And the third eye, it actually starts in the heart, excuse me, but I should let you know that in the heart is where it begins to emerge your intuition. And your third eye open is complete intuition. And by intuition, I mean that things are known to you without any background, any past knowledge that has to come through to you. You actually know. You actually see, you actually hear, you actually begin to communicate and express. That is the most clear, effortless way possible because your third eye is open. So perceivability isn't coming from one point of view. Perceivability is coming from a multiplicity. That you are able to have an open heart, which is compassion and self-love. You are able to express when it needs to be expressed, and you have the absolute knowledge of how to move and how to take direction in your life. It's awesome. It really is. Let's take a deep breath. Another deep breath. So the last color spectrum in the chakra system is the crown. And that is a violet light that is brilliant and clear with just this beautiful, beautiful hint of violet light. It actually, more than a sphere, it's almost as if it's a cone that shoots right up. You can actually practice seeing everyone with their crown chakra open and imagining that and your very own. So even before you wake up in the morning, just know that this incredible immersed love light is actually just this wonderful tunnel that is above and below, and it's operating for you. And this is the chakra where you are clear that there is no inseparability, that there never was any inseparability. This is the clarity, the complete clarity of knowing that there is one self. There isn't not separate personhoods doing their separate personhood thing. That is complete unity. It is a complete emergence of love light, which is what you are, which is everything. So, and you just don't go off into Lulu La La Land either. what happens is that as you clear your chakra centers and they move and they can expand so that any contractions are there, that they begin to unfold and expand just like we're doing in the breathing. It didn't require any thought. You could just breathe and begin to expand. Truly, you don't have to get too heavy in the head here. In fact, I would say the most important thing you could learn from this video is to drop out of the head and just fall right into the heart. Yeah, I mean, try it. It truly works. But going back to the absolute crown chakra, is that when things open up for you, there really is, there's an emergence that takes place for you. It isn't like, boom, you wake up and you're walking on water. No, it doesn't happen like that. Although there might be 1% that could, but usually it isn't. It takes time to form and to actually consolidate and merge everything in together so it's complete for you, so that you can contribute to humanity, that you can have an effortless life, that you can actually see love and light with everyone and handle situations that arise. Because having all your chakra systems open allows you to move through life in an effortless way, in a most beautiful way. But it doesn't mean that shit's not going to happen. It does. You have to realize that there's 7 billion people walking around this earth, and how many people do you think are actually doing the chakra thing right now? Not too many. Oh, I take that back. There's many more than I thought. So it is a time to go inward, and the chakra system is a perfect place to use. You can take the whole value of the chakra system and you can think of it instantly at any time. Don't do it on someone else. Do it on yourself. Because the greatest gift that you can give humanity is that you yourself wake up in every single one of these spectrums, and that you are full of love and light, and you express from full of love and light. Namaste. Om Shanti. Take a breath. Thank you.
Thanks, Suse.
Thank you. Yeah, I have this lovely staff here that are working with me. And every time we began to breathe deeper and deeper and deeper, our bodies just became more and more and more relaxed. It isn't something that goes away either. When you're not feeling good, or when you're not thinking well, or something isn't happening, that means you're not resonating in your true self. So, and it's really easy, because when you don't feel good, that means like, oh, this isn't who I am. I'm actually love and light. I know that I am. And so you begin to investigate into the different spectrums of the chakra areas. And that is why much work has to be done in the red, in the orange, and the yellow spectrums that we talk about. Because those are the areas where we get contracted and blocked. A lot of it's because we have early trauma, early childhood trauma. It can be enormous, it can be small, but nonetheless, none of us escaped that. And we're not equipped when we're young, when we're children. We're not equipped to handle these type of things. So where does it go? It goes somewhere in the system. And so that's why the chakra system has that wonderful value to us, that we can begin to see, yeah, this is where things get hidden or locked and stay for a while, until we are mature enough that it actually comes into being. There's a lot of things we've forgotten that happened to us in childhood, and then all of a sudden the memory emerges, which is wonderful. You've got to get excited when that happens, as uncomfortable it is, because you are ready to handle the situation and to clear it. You actually have that maturity to clear it. That's why it comes up. Don't suppress it. Don't put it down. So once these areas can begin to loosen up and expand, the heart is just, all of this is just so want to express itself in humanity through you. So there is work to be done. It's a bit like what's going on in our own world right now. In a large collective scale, we are all really kind of stuck right down here. And it's not a lot of fun. There's a lot of suffering that takes place. So if you begin to clear your chakras and you can able to move up to the heart, that's why I say it's the greatest gift to humanity that you can do, not only for yourself but others. And by the way, your personal life totally accelerates in such a great way. So if there's any questions, I'm welcome to answer any.
There are no questions from people watching yet, but I know when we were talking earlier about preparing for this video, you said you wanted it to be done in a way people could revisit it and watch it. Do you have any other advice for people who like maybe want to practice aligning their chakras, like with that first part of the video, would that be a good thing for them to rewatch, or is there more things they can start to think about as they...
I think the question is really valid, thank you. I think the most important thing is just you take 2 deep breaths, relax, and envision red. You don't even have to put words to any of the chakra systems. Do the deep breathing, because every time you breathe, you are expanding. And the more you're able to expand, the less you're holding on to. We hold a lot in our bodies throughout the day, which are all just right there in the chakra system. So the breath, visualize red, breath, visualize orange, breath, visualize yellow, breath, so on and so forth. And you're done deal. I think you can do it in a very quick amount of time.
We do have a question. She says, you are very good at this. How long have you been doing chakra alignments?
I started, I had a very traumatic experience, and it was the kind that I felt like, you know, the angels or God came up and put their foot on the back of my spine and just like thrusted me forward. So I had no place to go but take a look at everything in my life and to really see what it was. And so I was thirsty. It happens that it happens under suffrage. So in some ways, suffrage, thank you, but yeah, I don't want any more of your crap, you know. But it happens under that, where you are at the edge. You are at the edge. Some people don't make it past the edge, but and I didn't want to either. You know, I wanted to check out just like everybody else, too hard. But I was at the edge, and then so I was thirsty for it all. And I had what we call these like snippets, you know, on freeze frames that they do with videos and everything. I would have snippets of so much abundant love that I was like, oh, this is good. This is so good. I want more. And so when you're thirsty for it, when you're really desiring it truly, things come to you, and the chakra system was one of the things that, and many, many other. There's so much out there to help with spiritual guidance. And spiritual guidance, I have to tell you, is not going to bring you to the gates of heaven. What it does is that it points you to all the gates that are not heaven that you've been holding on to. And once you clear them, you realize, oh shit, I've been in heaven the whole time. So it's that clearing that I'm talking about, and that's the work that takes great courage. So good question.
Why is it important to start the meditation at the root chakra and work your way up?
Oh, very good, very good. Well, because the system was devised to go, I don't like to use high and low because I don't like to reference things that way, but for the sake of language, it starts at the base. It starts at the very base. And the very first piece that happens to us when you come in as a physical being is safety, is that ability to feel safe. That's actually vibrationally really, really important, because anytime you're not safe, nothing can go above the red chakra when you don't feel safe. Nothing moves. It's a gridlock, and we all know it. And that's why that area is really important. But we don't feel safe for a lot of different reasons, and so that has to be looked at. And so then it moves up into feeling and thinking, because we learn about ourselves from what people tell us about the world. It's kind of going from infant chronologically as we move up. Children's hearts are always open because they haven't been around enough to get all the things that formed about who you are and who you are not, what you're good at, what you're not good at, what do we think you can become. You know, they're not filled with that yet. That's wonderful. They have that open capacity, that heart. So.
We have another question. How do you decide what crystal might be most appropriate to wear on a necklace?
Well, I can tell you one thing. When I said to drop out of the head and go into the heart, that's what you need to do about anything that you want to bring into you, is sort of how is it feeling here, okay? In the beginning, you may look at crystals and read what their energies are, what they've been known for their particular energies, and it's an intuitive game. There's no wrong or right. There really isn't. Because if you start putting information that you accumulate onto this object, then you've lost the fact that you and the object are love light itself. So when you want a crystal or any type of symbol to aid you to, it's a tool to help you, let the tool show you, let the item show you, let the crystal show you, and be good with that. Your mind's not going to want to accept this answer. The mind wants to know exactly what I need to know. But no, breathe. Mind can take a back seat. Really can take a back seat. Because you'll know intuitively and in your heart what is the right crystal to be with. It just presents itself. We get in our own way a real lot. I know that for sure. The other thing, is there a question or no?
No, this is the last one.
I have here a symbol of an 8-ball here, and because I don't want you to think that spirituality is so serious. I don't want you to think that when you start to look at yourself and you're going to take the courage to really look at perceptions that no longer serve you and look at ideas that came out of nowhere and you're carrying them around, it is a time to have fun with it, because when you see through the illusory ideas and conceptual thinking that you have, you laugh. You laugh. You don't cry. You actually laugh. You're like, holy crap. So, don't need that one anymore. So, it's a time to really smile. It's a time for joy. It's a time to kick ass. It really is. Do it. Just do it. It's a time to grow up. It really is. And we need all of us to grow up now in this world in order to move forward for a more expandable, effortless way of living. So, and what I mean by effortless, I mean there isn't stress and anxiety involved with decision and choices of what to do. Your mind is always going to be thinking about what to do next, where to go, how to become, how to be better, how to expand, how do I get enlightened, I want another awakening. That mind is always going to look for an experience for something. And it's been kind of running us for a long time. But it doesn't have to. Just remember your love light. I'm love light, hey.
Well, it doesn't look like we have any other questions, but we're getting lots of hearts and thumbs up behind the scenes over here.
Great.
So,
yeah, so do it. And I actually would recommend that you do it before you even get out of bed.
it's a great way
Do
to
it
start
before
the
you get
day.
out of bed, yeah. Because sometimes the busyness of the day, isn't there. That's why actually the symbols, like the bowl, toning bowl, the symbols of the crystals, can actually take you for 1 second and bring you back into yourself. And it can help you. Or the 8-ball can make you laugh and smile that you're taking life way too seriously. So, thank you for listening. Thank you for looking in.
Thank you, Suse.
Thank you.
Yep.